Natural disasters strike with little warning, leaving devastation in their wake. From raging hurricanes to powerful earthquakes, their impact can be felt worldwide, changing lives in an instant. Today, we explore the causes, the consequences, and the stories of resilience that emerge from these catastrophic events. Stay with us as we uncover the science behind these forces of nature and the steps we can take to prepare for the unexpected. Massive explosion at Ukrainian military ammunitions depot. Massive explosions at a military ammunitions depot in Ukraine forced authorities to close airspace and evacuate the surrounding area. Emergency services said one person was injured in the powerful blast, which could be seen more than 150 miles away. Moment fuel tanker explodes in South Africa, killing 8 people. Footage has emerged on social media showing the moment a gas tanker exploded in Boksburg, killing 8 people. Several were injured and buildings were damaged nearby in Johannesburg. Gas tanker explosion kills at least 15 in Liberia. A tanker truck explodes after crashing in central Liberia, killing at least 15 people according to police, as seen in amateur filmed images. Video shows moment dam gate collapsed at Lake Dunlop. Engineer here. This is really fascinating to see. The Hoover Dam actually has to have stress relived on it several times a year to prevent this exact thing from happening. Dams are built with incredible resistance, but the pressure that builds is unbelievable. Amazing building implosion. This is a video of a building explosion for construction. And look, it doesn't affect the surroundings. It's amazing. The tsunami of October 30th, 2020 in the Aegean Sea. Video of the impact in Karlovasi, Samos Island. The magnitude 7.0 earthquake that occurred on 30 October 2020 in the eastern Aegean Sea, between the island of Samos, Greece, and the southern coast of Turkey, generated a tsunami observed mainly in the epicentral area. A manhole cover was sent flying in the air and landed on a 6-story building roof after a boy set off a firecracker on it in Beijing. Highway in Plank, Chile, South America. A car rushes in from behind the screen at great speed. Then, it crashed into the protective fence in front of the toll booth, causing major damage. Men get a shock when using petrol to light fire, so never use petrol to light a fire. Mega explosion in oil refinery. The victim in the middle of the road running ends up in that covered area and ends up in the bottom right corner of the screen, crawling to the left on the ground. From what I can tell, you can see smoke, flash heat puffs of smoke coming off of something, which means that guy is roasting to death. Forklift driver falls asleep and drives into shelves. This is the moment a sleeping warehouse worker driving a cargo vehicle rams into a shelf, sending the whole lot tumbling down. The clip begins with the man driving down the aisle of the workshop, but because he is asleep, he begins veering towards a stack of shelves. As soon as he makes contact with the racking, it jolts him awake, and he looks up to see the items starting to fall down over his head. Tomei bus accident drive recorder video. A passenger car collided with a tour bus near the Shinshiro parking area on the Tomei Expressway upline in Shinshiro City, Aichi Prefecture. 45 passengers on the bus were injured, 6 with serious injuries including broken arms, and 39 with minor injuries. The driver of the car was trapped inside the car and was rescued, but he was pronounced dead. Explosive eruption of Sakurajima. This is an explosion at the Sakurajima the Minamidake summit crater that occurred at 2307 on November 12, 2019. Volcanic lightning is occurring in the plume. Cargo ship loses power, crashes into the Baltimore Bridge. Francis Scott Key Bridge collapses after being struck by a large cargo ship. Dramatic car crash caught on camera. Dashcam video captured a dramatic car crash in upstate New York that caused a massive pileup on the highway. An investigation has been launched after a crane being used to install a prefabricated section of the Bever Railway viaduct between Arcisate and Cantello, near Varese, crashed to the ground. Forklift smashes massive vodka stock. This forklift operator backs up a bit too fast and bumps into the edge of large pallet rack and hits it just hard enough to start a domino effect, bringing down the entire warehouse. Tornado uproots trees as it rips through city in Kansas. Surveillance video shows a tornado moving through Andover, Kansas on April 29th. Flash flood in Switzerland. Insane flash flood caught on film on the Ilgreven in Switzerland. This footage tells us so much about the mechanism and the raw power of the wave that surges when a flash flood occurs. Be careful out there, people. Each whistle is made to open at a certain pressure. When the internal pressure force exceeds the weight of the whistle, the valve opens. Using a heavier whistle will keep the valve closed for a longer duration until enough pressure builds up inside the cooker. And if the body of the pressure cooker cannot handle such pressure, it will burst. Injuring 5 shocking video footage captured the moment a South Korean gas station was rocked by a massive explosion after a gas leak, sending the building up in flames and injuring 5 people. Video of the horrifying incident shows thick flames quickly spreading to nearby buildings and vehicles as onlookers scream out in panic. Deadly 70-car pileup in Iowa caught on camera. Authorities say 7 people have been killed, including 2 teenage sisters, on Iowa roads as a winter storm swept the state Monday, leading to dozens of crashes in a 50 to 70-car pileup near Ames. A huge wave smashed through the front windows of a ferry in Hamburg, forcing passengers to run from their seats as the boat filled with water. Storm Elenia battered northern Germany on 17th February with strong winds and heavy rain, causing flooding and disruption to trains and flights. Huge explosion rocks. Central Beirut footage posted on social media shows a huge explosion in the capital of Lebanon, Beirut. The explosion could be seen throughout the city and appears to have happened in the port area of the city. Vero Beach tornadoes were supposed to form a few hours after this, so people were probably still preparing their homes for the weather. That's probably why the furniture was still outside. Man films monster tornado hitting his house. As this EF4 monster tornado was about to ravage Fairdale, Illinois Clem Schultz went upstairs to grab some lanterns. What he saw when he looked out the window was unfathomable. School bus crash, video Texas. School district releases video capturing the moment a Houston area school bus flipped over into a ditch, injuring 16 students and the driver. 11'8"'s evil little brother. That bridge should have one of those factory signs that lets people know how long it has been since the last accident. Fire breaks out at pharmacy in Hanamaki, Japan. Tsunami in Japan. The tragedy in Japan began on March 11th with the most violent earthquake ever recorded in the country, 9 degrees on the Richter scale. It was followed by the tsunami that devastated the northeast coast of the territory. More than 15,000 people died. Truck plows into a residential building in Haiyuan County, NW China's Ningxia Hui Autonomous Region on Tuesday. 5 people, including the truck driver, died. Road accident in Dhaka. The video shows the car driving straight into a power pole out of control. Fortunately, no one in the car was injured. Dash cam catches Westmoreland tornado at full strength. This amazing footage is from the 400 block of 4th Street in Westmoreland, Kansas, where the Topeka National Weather Service confirmed an EF3 tornado. A video aired on Brazilian media shows the exact moment a dam burst in Brazil on 25 January. The dam break at an iron ore mining complex operated by the minerals firm Vale killed at least 65 people. Machine guards and guards are part of the first line of defense against accidents and injuries caused by equipment operations. Each machine must have adequate guards to protect operators and other employees in the areas around the equipment. Terrifying bus crash in New Mexico. Newly released video from cameras on board an Albuquerque city bus show a terrifying crash that miraculously left the bus driver with just minor injuries. Dashcam video of strong Japan earthquake in January. Tsunami, the powerful 7.6 earthquake on January 1st struck Ishikawa Prefecture. New dashcam video shows the moment of impact as well as the resulting tsunami. 11 Alive is where Atlanta speaks. We believe that news shouldn't be a one-way conversation, but a dialogue with you. Footage captures moment quake strikes cafe in Vanuatu's capital, Port Vila. People were seen running from Number One Cafe in Port Vila as an earthquake struck Vanuatu's capital. A fire at a gas company's acetylene cylinder filling facility was put out, and massive gas blasts narrowly avoided in Wuxi City of East China's Jiangsu province on Monday. The fire broke out at around 9:30 a.m., and video footage shows that some workers were working at the site when cylinders began to explode. No one was injured in the incident, and an investigation into the cause is underway. Uses gasoline to burn heating stove. Austin construction workers run for their lives as massive crane collapses. Steel roll crumples semi. This driver brakes too hard, causing the large roll of steel to roll forward and crumple the cabin. This video was recorded on November 19, 2024. Notice the employee is giving some kind of solution and the machine catches fire. It's terrible.